Everyone has watched the monumental and genre-defining titan of Japanese animation, also known as anime, Neon Genesis Evangelion, which single-handedly revived the mecha genre and inspired innumerable works of art. Today, I want to talk about how it directly inspired one of my all-time anime, Space Runaway Ideon. Famously, Neon Genesis Evangelion, created by famous otaku Hideaki Anno, is a famous anime about mecha robots and a boy named Shinji Ikari. Shinji, like Sisyphus, famously depicts the true everyman grappling with the trials and tribulations created by his father. Continually going through a cycle of depression, he comes out the other end a self-actualized, legendary boy. This resonated with Japanese audiences, especially anime fans, who famously widely suffer from chronic depression. Before the release of Neon Genesis Evangelion in 1995, mecha anime consisted solely of Transformers, Robo, and Gold Lighten. Evangelion inaugurated the real robot subgenre, in direct contrast to the fake robot genre that was overwhelmingly popular at the time. So called because it was created to sell fake robots in the form of toys called gunpla to small children who could not appreciate the horrors of war. Evangelion made the daring move to focus on the characters instead of the robots, most notably Shinji, who, unlike children who like playing with robots, notably did not like robots. Children could relate to Shinji because they knew they were only fooling themselves. During this era, industry veteran Yoshiyuki Tamino was inspired by Evangelion to create a new piece of media. Tamino was known in the industry for writing complicated and homoerotic war novels, also featuring large robots and extreme BDSM. The new landscape created by Evangelion directly led into his next work, 1980's Space Runaway Ideon. It is unknown how Ideon was released in 1980 while Evangelion was released in 1995, but it's theorized Tamino used the same technology Shinichiro Watanabe used to add jazz to Cowboy Bebop, a genre that would not be created until 2016 with the release of Persona 5. Space Runaway Ideon is a Monster of the Week styled television show where the monster is always the Buff Clan, an uninspired race of aliens who look remarkably like humans, mainly because they had to reuse animation cells. However, as the show progresses, it takes very obvious and blatant inspiration from Evangelion, even culminating into a retcon final episode turned movie. Very few people have noticed the similarities between these two anime, mainly because no one has ever seen Ideon, but when laid out, the inspiration is overwhelmingly clear. Many of Ideon's characters are blatant homages of characters featured in Evangelion. Most obviously, the second Ideon pilot, Kasha Imhoff, is a direct copy of Asuka Langley, both being hard-headed, obnoxious, and hot, although Asuka is younger. There's also the striking similarities between Cheryl Formosa and Ritsuko Akagi, both female scientists, a rare thing to see in Japan at the time. One of the few original character ideas in Ideon is the relationship between Bess Jordan and Carlala, the daughter of the Buff Clan patriarch. The most analogous relationship in Evangelion is the one between Kaji and Misato, but their characters were drastically changed as Tamino did not believe in alcoholism and supported depiction of hamburgers over watermelons. The most striking difference between Evangelion and Ideon is its protagonists. Shinji is famously a self-insert for Hideaki Anno, representing his lack of self-worth, while Cosmo is a representation of Tamino's hippie ideals and his infatuation with knife-throwing. Notably, Ideon contains no analog for Rei Yanami, whose motherly qualities were off-putting to Tamino and his disdain for mother archetypes. Evangelion was heavily based in the culture of Gnosticism, which is essentially Christianity for intellectuals. Tamino, apparently a Gnostic himself, recreated the ending of Evangelion, End of Evangelion, into the ending of Ideon, the Ideon be invoked, which expanded the Gnostic inspiration by incorporating elements of the modern spiritual revival of the era, Woodstock. Ideon can actually be seen as a reconstruction of the mecha genre, quite very literally portrayed through the combination of its three fire trucks into the man himself, Ideon. Further, trying to one-up Evangelion, Yoshiyuki Tamino, notorious debauchee, had the Ideon be invokes ending entirely revolved around male and female nudity, to the point of distracting the audience from the similarities with Evangelion. Ideon also has its own analog to Pen Pen, the squirrel named Rapapa, both the most important characters in their respective shows. Without these characters, anime could never be the same. These shows are a testament to how you can take the same idea and put a new coat of paint on it and no one will ever know, except me. So go out and make your own genre-defining TV show. I'll make a video essay on it.